Good morning everybody and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. This is Tower Festival Headland take 2 because as you can see the sun's shining. I've come out this morning expecting a really nice morning and wouldn't you know it's windy. Can you see how the blade of grass is waving backwards and forwards? I thought it was going to be fairly still. Last time we did Tower Festival Headland it was enough to blow you off your feet. I was trying to walk along the prom and I had all on to stand up. In fact, I had to delete the beginning of the video because you couldn't tell a word I was saying. So we're going to cross the tramway, we're going to get out of the way of the noisy traffic and we're going to go and explore Tower Festival Headland. So apologies if this is also to the theme tune of a noisy, windy soundtrack, but some things are out of our control. So if it is a noisy, windy soundtrack, we will do it again on another day and call that take 3. We'll get there in the end. So that's obviously North Pier. We're starting at the other end today. We're going the other way around. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, they are taking that to bits, aren't they? Couldn't do that scaffolding. They've got the building in bits. I'd love to know what they're doing. If anybody's been working on it or involved in it, and you do know the answer to what they're doing to upstairs at Revolution, please drop a comment below and enlighten us all, because it's a mystery. It's a mystery. So this is the wedding chapel, obviously, that we stood at the side of. Now, did you know that this wedding chapel, it also houses the Tourist Information Centre, which we're going to pass in a second. Did you know that in July 2012, the Royal Institute of British Architects named it as one of Britain's best new, 50 best new buildings? So there you go, you see. Some love it, some loathe it. But nonetheless, it's won accolades of its own, and no doubt a lot of the buildings that we love today weren't particularly popular at the time when they were first built. Look at that lovely beach. I mean, it's nippy. I've got my gloves on today. So there you go, that's this side of the building. So that staircase upstairs takes you up to the wedding chapel. So you can actually get married with a view of Blackpool Tower in the background. So you can have the tower in your wedding photographs. If you're a big fan of Blackpool. Did you notice last time I tried to do my windy video, I mentioned that you often see people doing news reports from the comedy carpet in Tower Festival Headland. So this is the Tourist Information Centre where you can get tourist information from. Boom, boom. And the beach house. So this is a bistro. And then across the road there are various different eateries. Las Iguanas is shut, but Viva Vegas Diner Bar and Grill is very much open. And on a nice day, that's a lovely spot to sit because you get the full West Coast view. Obviously the illuminations buzz as well when you're here in an evening, when all the lights are on and you can just sit there and enjoy it, which is nice. And Viva Vegas Bar and Grill is part of Viva Cabaret Bar, which is upstairs in this red brick building here, and that's one of the entrances at the back of that car, and that's where Lewis's was. So this is all reclaimed land. And there's an extra 60 metres of land that was reclaimed from the sea when the coastal defences were built. The comedy carpet, it was finished in 2012. Really big job. I think from memory it cost about 100 million to build all this sea wall. So you can see that there's step revetments down to the beach, which have got a function for controlling the waves and controlling the force of the sea that comes to shore. But they're dead handy for sitting on. So that's the wedding chapel upstairs, and Festival House from this side, and the terrace at the beach house at the back. So these steps, in fact they were jet washing them last time we came down here to clean the algae off so that they're not slippy, and they're brilliant for sitting on in summer when it's nice. It's always packed full of people that are just sitting and enjoying the view. Here's one of the family, one of the resident seagulls that like sitting on the railings and just watching to see what they can see. Have you got anything to say, Mr. Bird? Tweet, tweet. I don't think they tweet, do they? They usually make a very loud caw at very early times of day. But they're very much part of the seaside, and really, really lovely sound. So all this big headland area is a multi-use event space, and you've probably been here at times like the Airshow and Switch On and all the different big events that have not happened this year because obviously we've got coronavirus-itis. And the tramway, which runs in front of Blackpool Tower, can be closed off so that you can make it a safe space and make it a bigger space. So in total, when everything is closed off properly, there's a capacity for 20,000 people on here. So it's one big whopping space. The only problem is the weather. We're back to the wind again, folks. Because the weather, I mean, I think take 2 is going to be as noisy as take 1. Because it's still windy, lovely, and when the sun comes out it's gorgeous, but it's not compatible with making films. So these metal curved things are arms for the windbreak. So you can see that there's like a metal channel that runs down the edge of this side of it. I'll go a little closer and show you. There's a metal edge here, this, and that's what they fasten the canvas sheets into. So all these can form a wind shield for the seafront, which is, well, vital in the weather that we get here. And then of course Tower Festival Headland is also where you find the comedy carpet, which has had a wash this morning. It had been raining early on, and it obviously doesn't dry off quite as quickly. Either that or it literally has had a wash, because it always looks clean. It always looks clean. So there's a full article on our Visit Fylde Coast channel about the comedy carpet. Well, there's a full article on our Live Blackpool website, and there's a separate video about how it's built, and we had a good look at some of the jokes one day when it wasn't quite as windy in summer, when it was lovely. I'll just read that one out to you. You ready? Am I the only one who's tempted to light the wick on the top of a berry? That's just the kind of thing that we'd do, isn't it? Yeah, so these 3 blades of grass here, and then there's the other one here. In fact, you can see how it's swinging backwards and forwards in the wind. These are Kinetic Sculptures. They're 35 metres high, and as you can see, they sway in the wind, and they're the shape of dune grass. And they're just public art. There's no kind of function, as it were. But they're really, I don't know, they're really attractive, and they're a good indication of the weather as well, because when it's blowing a hoolie, I mean, they're more or less stood up at the minute, and when it's blowing a hoolie, they're just about flat to the floor. So that little building might not be too clear with the sun that way around. The little building at the back of those 3 wind vanes is the RNLI lifeboat house. So there's a shop in there. I think it's been closed pretty much most of this year. But under normal circumstances, that's manned by volunteers. And the shop is really worth going and having a look at because they sell some really good stuff. And it obviously all raises funds for the RNLI. And then this glorious thing down here is the beautiful Central Beach. And we're on the 20th of October now, that's when I'm filming this. And as you can see, the sun's shining. It's a lovely day. And there's all that beach, I mean the tide's coming in, but there's all that beach that you can just walk on and enjoy and explore. Really clean. Just need to watch out for these channels and the tide cutting you off, because if you'd have been stood on that side of that, you would by now be paddling, and you don't want to be doing that in October when it's windy, or you will be really, really, really cold. And then we're at the other end now, where Coral Island is, and that obviously is the Sands venue, which is the new Seafront Hotel, which is going to be a cracker when it's finished. The actual outside of it's finished. They're doing the interior fit out now, and that's scheduled to open next summer. And here comes a tram just to complete the scene. And now I've got the sun the right way around on the image. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to show you the lovely Blackpool Tower. Oh, here comes another one. Wait for a bus and two come together. I'm going to turn around and show you Blackpool Tower in all its gorgeous glory. Look at that for legs. There you are. So that's Tower Festival Headland take 2. And I really, really hope that the wind is not as bad as it was on take 1. If it is, apologies, we will come back and we will do take 3 on another day. Can't promise you when that will be, but at least it's better than nothing. While you can't have a normal life and do the normal things that you would like to usually do, at least we can keep you connected to the coast and the place that you enjoy. And you can visit it with us even if you're not in a position to turn up in reality. So from a slightly breezy Blackpool Tower on Blackpool Seafront, don't forget to subscribe for the Visit Fylde Coast YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that little bell for notifications, and then you'll know when we've uploaded videos, because we're intending to carry on all winter making things and doing interesting stuff. And we'll keep you as amused, entertained and engaged as we possibly can. So you'll have a lovely day now, and we'll see you soon. Bye!